Excuse me, sir, is this the Delta House?
Sure. Come on in.
They have cold beer and action on the game.
I'm shocked to find that gambling is going on in here.
It's time for the Degenerates Next Door.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Yes, the NFL schedule has been released. And yes, someone on this show will have the very first point spread plays of the 2025-26 NFL season coming up in just a little bit. It's never too early to talk NFL. My name is Jason Hammer. I do the Hammer and Nigel show. And across from me, former elected official, tax-cutting machine, and a damn fine radio host in his own right, Rob Kendall. So, Rob, we will get to the NFL pick, the first one of the season. It's almost like that scene in the Polar Express. First gift of Christmas, and all the elves get up and yell, and everybody's excited. First NFL play of the season is coming up, but I see you've got multiple laptops out. At the time of this recording, you are locked into the PGA Championship going on right now.
That's right. Yes, it's at Quail Hollow, and this is a stinker of a course for a major. You know, one of the great things about the major is basically 4 times a year, you get to see a course you don't see very often, every 7 or 8 years other than the Masters. This Quail Hollow, they play a tournament there every year. So, look, here's where I'm at, Hammer. We just got to get through the PGA because this year, the U.S. Open is at Oakmont, the monster, where men go and men don't come back. We're dealing with 6-inch rough. We're dealing with 15 on the stimp meter. Look, there's no greater act in human history than storming the beaches at Normandy. But this is golf's version of storming the beaches at Normandy, trying to win a U.S. Open at Oakmont. So let's just get through the PGA. Maybe I'll win a few bucks, and it's on to Oakmont, baby.
Narrator, it's nothing like storming the beaches. But I see what you're saying in a very weird, roundabout way. While the U.S. Open is shaping up to be just a ridiculously hard course, this PGA Championship, not so much. But it is a major, though.
It is. It is a major. Last year was great in terms of while the scores were low, it was great in terms of you had Schauffele and DeChambeau going down to the final hole. So we'll see. I got in on, and obviously the tournament has started, but I got in on Justin Thomas at 22-1. You had Morikawa at 25-1, Matsuyama at 45-1, and Jordan Spieth at 60-1.
And you posted your plays on the Degenerates Next Door Twitter account, retweeted from your own. So if you ever want to see where we're leaning for golf or racing or an NBA play coming up on a night where we might not have a podcast, because we only do this podcast right now 1 day a week. Football season, we do it twice. Normally, unless I have a flat tire and can't make it to work, we do this every Thursday. Had to miss last week's, but follow Rob on Twitter. And yes, it's still Twitter. I feel weird saying X.
No, it's Twitter.
It's Twitter.
Twitter.
Rob M. Kendall. You can follow me at Jason Allen Hammer. So while Rob is locked in on the PGA Championship, I want action on the NBA playoffs tonight.
Yeah!
I want action tonight. Satisfaction all night.
The Thunder trying to eliminate the Denver Nuggets, the Fighting Jokers of Denver. Home game tonight in the Mile High City. Oklahoma City is a 4.5-point road favorite. And again, this line probably will change as the afternoon, evening goes on. We're recording this at 12:15 p.m. on a Thursday. There will probably be some 5s out there, but right now it's 4.5. The over-under set at 217. And listen, SGA fans, your team is better. Your guy is going to win the MVP award this year. But the best player on the floor is Joker.
That's right.
And I'm sorry to tell you that. And while Oklahoma City might win this game tonight, 4.5 seems like a big number, especially in Denver. Let's take a closer look here. The underdog in this matchup between OKC and Denver, when they played, because they play each other a lot in the Western Conference, the underdog has covered the spread in each of the last 11 games between these two teams in Denver. Well, Denver is a home dog tonight, catching 4.5, might get up to 5. The Nuggets have won each of their last 5 games as underdogs following a road loss. Well, Denver is coming off of a road loss, and they are an underdog at home. OKC may win this game tonight, Rob, but I can't see Joker going out like a punk ass.
Yeah.
It might come down to the closing seconds, but that's too many points. I want the points. Give me Denver plus 4.5. Again, I don't have enough hair on my peaches to go money line on this one, but I just can't see Joker bowing out, being eliminated by getting his doors blown off at home.
Yeah, and look, he's got incentive now. I have some breaking news, sad news. Joe Don Baker has passed away.
Who?
Joe Don Baker. You'd know him. He was in, Cape Fear. He was in, Fletch. Always kind of plays a gruff cop type of guy, old guy. Or this guy. You'll know him when you see him.
Bring up his picture. Let me see him.
Yeah, you'll know him when you see him. This guy right here.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, he was 89, so it's not like he was a young buck. But Joe Don Baker has passed away. So in honor of Joe Don Baker, I'm going with Joker. I'm with you. Nuggets getting the points.
Tonight, I fully expect a moment of silence before a raucous crowd at Ball Arena gets ready for an elimination Game 6 for Joe Don Baker, character actor, passing away.
That's exactly how they'd say it in the moment of silence, too, for Joe Don
Baker? Like you'd hear a question mark at the end, like Ron Burgundy when they put it on the teleprompter. I'm Ron Burgundy? All right, so I am on the Nuggets tonight, and by the way, I will always call it Twitter, and I will always say Nuggets. As a grown man, you cannot say the word nugs. I hate when grown men, whether they're talking about the Denver Nuggets or chicken nuggets, chicken McNuggets, you hear them on television, you see them on radio, you see them in the store. Can I get a 12-piece nugs? No, you can't because you're a grown man. Like I said, there are rules of engagement, rules for society.
Yep.
You reach a certain point where you're, as a white dude, not allowed to wear your hat backwards anymore. You reach a certain point where you can't go clubbing anymore without looking like the creepy old guy.
Yeah, that's right.
And if you're a grown-ass man, if you've been through a divorce, if you've got kids, you're not allowed to say nugs. It's chicken nuggets. Piece of crap. All right, coming up next, we have not one, but two professional handicappers. We're going to talk a little Preakness. Kenny Britt of KB Sports, he is going to do a little Preakness preview, and David Stephanoff, followneverfade.com. He'll talk a little Preakness, and he has got a look ahead at this Knicks and Celtics elimination game tomorrow. Possible elimination game. That's coming up next, and then in the final segment of the show, the first bet of the football season. That's all coming up right here on the Degenerates Next Door. Back on the Degenerates Next Door, I'm Jason Hammer, Rob Kendall right across from me. Let's bring on one of our professional handicappers, the man behind KB Sports. The K in the B is Kenny Britt. And Kenny, I know you are a horse racing guy. You had plays in the Derby a couple weeks ago. We got another big one this weekend.
Yeah, the Preakness at Pimlico in Baltimore, Maryland. As usual, we're looking at the weather. We're looking at slop sometime, a little bit. So not sure how that's going to play out yet. But we'll start off on Friday. They have what they call the Black-Eyed Susan, which is the equivalent of the Kentucky Oaks. Not a very good field in the Black-Eyed Susan this year, to be honest with you. The card for Friday isn't a bad card, but the Black-Eyed Susan, the horses just aren't very good in this race. So I am going to go with a little bit of a mid-range long shot with the 6 horse Paris Lily, 8-1 morning line. I think this horse has a decent chance to win this race. Again, there's not a lot of competitive horses in this race, so we're going to go with the 6 in the Black-Eyed Susan, Paris Lily. But the rest of the day isn't a bad card at all. Moving to Saturday, the Preakness. Saturday is actually a really good card all day long. All the races are really good. They've got a total of 9 stakes races that day. But we're just going to concentrate on the Preakness, and obviously Journalism, who ran second in the Derby. He's the big, heavy favorite at 8-5. I don't even think, Jason, we're going to get even money on this horse when the betting public, when it opens up on Friday. So the way I play a race like that, Jason, is I'm going to try to beat this horse somehow, okay? I've got two horses that I really like that I think have a chance to win. One of them is the one horse. It's a Bob Baffert horse. Everybody knows about Bob. He owns this race. I think he's won 8 or 9 times he's won this race. It's goal-oriented. This is a fast horse. He's on the rail. If he gets the lead and gets out there and gets some some slow fractions, this horse could take him gate to wire. So the one horse goal-oriented, and then the 9, Jason. This is one of your kind of horses. 20-1. I like this horse. I think he'll definitely be in the trifecta. And I'm going to put money on him to win because at 20-1, man, that's a payday right there.
It's almost not worth betting Journalism at this point, is it? Like, it's such a heavy favorite. It's almost not even worth it.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I said, I don't think we'll even get even money on him. The morning line is 8-5, which for the rookies out there, that would be approximately $5 for every $2 you bet. So that's, it's not really worth it. And I don't think you're going to get that. I think it's going to be worse. So the 1 and the 9, I think you're going to get pretty good value on those. I know you'll get great value on the 9 horse. And let's try to beat this Journalism horse. But the rest of the card Saturday is a really, really good card. Highly recommend you check it out on my Facebook page. I've got both days for sale, $10 each, or both of them for $15. Really had a great weekend on Kentucky Derby weekend. Out of 39 races, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we hit 20 of them.
Solid.
That's exceptional. Yeah.
That's solid.
Yeah, it's not like sports betting where 50% bad in sports betting. That's pretty solid in horse racing.
Right.
But
why is it the Derby winner in this race, Kenny?
Well, you never know what to believe. The connections say that, it's better for the horse, which it is a taxing situation. You're going to the Derby, 1.25 miles, all the hype. That horse, everybody watched it. That horse went balls to the wall. A 2-week turnaround is really tough because you got to put training in the middle of those 2 weeks. There's a lot of things that go into that. So they're saying that's better for the horse. But I don't know if the race is long enough for that horse. This race is shorter than the Derby. It's shorter than the Belmont. So I think maybe financially, if he were to lose this race, it weakens his stud fee a little bit. And that's what everybody's looking at. Everybody on the outside looking in, everybody thinks, winning a race is a big deal, but for the money, but the stud fees where the money's at.
And that's how you put yourself through school back in the day, right, Kenny? They put you out to stud, right. And that's how.
Hey, I just saw some prom pictures of you, buddy. Woo, man. So, yeah, but that's why I think they're just, they are looking out for the horse. A 2-week turnaround stuff, really tough. Your average race horse goes out about once a month, right. So that is a tough turnaround, and it's hard.
If somebody wants to find your picks, your breakdown, your packages that you offer, not just for horse racing, but for all things, where can they go?
That's right. Facebook, KB Sports. You'll find everything there. We're doing really well in NBA playoffs right now, which is getting ready to wind down here. But hit 6 straight in NBA playoffs, 10 games over 500. Baseball. I've had a not a very good last 3 or 4 days, being honest, but still 27 games over 500 in baseball. And then Derby weekend a couple weekends ago, we had a good weekend. So everything's going good. Find me on Facebook, KB Sports.
KB is Kenny Britt. We appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Rob.
Okay, so that is one professional handicapper. And now we go to another one because that's how we get down here at the Degenerates Next Door. The man behind followneverfade.com, David Stephanoff. My man, how are you?
Hello, Hammer. How you doing this week? Hello, shout out to Rob, shout out to Kenny Britt. Doing pretty good. NBA playoffs are here. Preakness week, pretty busy. French Open about to start. Great weekend for sports. A week for sports in Indianapolis, definitely. Hammer, month of May is going to be awesome.
Oh, I love it. I love the next 2 weeks here in Indy, and we'll have the big Indy 500 preview show next week. But for this week, David, you've got options here. You could talk Preakness. You could talk NBA playoffs. There's some Major League Baseball. Rob's into the golf. Where are you going?
I got the NBA game tomorrow night, but real quick on the Preakness, Kenny Britt's good horse racing handicapper. I gave out last Derby. I did give out the winner on Facebook. I just think that this Preakness is going to be pretty chalky. I don't know if Kenny gave away the favorite. I think the favorite's easy. Journalism's a big easy winner. Here's a free double up. This 3-year-old crop of horses, the top three in the Derby are the best 3-year-olds by far, and they'll be back in the Belmont. But I'm looking at this basketball game tomorrow night between the Celtics and the Knicks. Hammer, at line looks fishy. Hammer, what do you think?
So I'm curious about the total. That's what's really stood out to me. Like, I want to see a team total on the Celtics because without Tatum and going on the road, I haven't seen a team total yet, total points for Boston. But when I see that, that's going to be the thing that has my interest because if it's where I think it's going to be, I'm thinking about betting the under.
I think the line says a lot. Line's sitting at 2.5 as I checked about a couple hours ago. That says a lot. That says that Celtics, I like the Celtics tomorrow night. Let's just put it right there. I like the Celtics tomorrow night to win the game, the 2.5. I just think that line says it all. If you're good, if you can read lines, why aren't the Knicks favored by 4 and a 5 at home or a place where they win? I like the Celtics to knock them off tomorrow night. Coaching comes a lot down to this game. Like you said last week on the podcast, Thibodeau's coaching is questionable sometimes. I just think that Celtics got, I know Tatum's out, but they got a hell of a bench. Their bench, if they hit threes, they live and die by the three. And I think tomorrow night is their time. The Knicks shut it down last night in the fourth quarter. They shut it down. They pulled off the troops early and they gave up. You could tell early when they were down 20 with about 8 minutes to go. But I think Celtics are going to ride this momentum. I pray us Pacer fans. I know myself. Speak for myself. I hope and pray the Celtics win the series. An easier matchup for the Pacers all day, every day. But tomorrow night, I don't think they're going to win a series. I think the series will be won by the Knicks in the next game in Boston. But I'm going tomorrow night with the Celtics money line outright versus the New York Knicks. Hammer. Any
concern at all that Porzingis has got some health ailment? Like we're hearing reports he couldn't breathe during Game 5, and they're already sans Tatum. Any concerns about that depth with Boston?
Well, Porzingis has been an MIA already. He's already been MIA already. This first few games of the series hasn't really done much. They keep saying he had this virus for the last 30 days. Who knows about that? I just think that the guard situation, the Pritchard and White, the guard situation is a lot better than the Knicks guard situation. Brunson has a lot of trouble bringing the ball up. Like, they don't have a true point guard. Brunson don't want to play point guard. He's Mr. Clutch, don't get me wrong. I just think it's a bad matchup with the Celtics' defense, and they know they got to play defense. That's why I like your under. That under is probably good tomorrow. Like you said, the Celtics have to play defense to beat the Knicks. And they know they stop Brunson. They have a huge shot. And the line says it all. 2.5, that's a toss-up. I mean, Vegas is telling you right now, Celtics have a great shot to win that game tomorrow night.
If somebody wants to subscribe to your services, whether it's for baseball or tennis or anything, where can they go?
Hammer, I'm on every platform every day. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Every single day we're on every platform. Free plays are available. We have winning records on all our free plays on all platforms. Instagram is absolutely unbelievable right now. We're like 83 and like 80 and 30, 50 games above 5 on Instagram. But anyways, my service is available, $100 a week, $250 for a month. Every weekend we got a $75 weekend special. You get all my plays, every baseball play, every basketball play in the NBA, every tennis play. French Open starts in about 8 days. Every hockey play, every single play, flat, $100 a week, $250 a month. I appreciate you, Hammer. Appreciate Rob, and shout out to Kenny Brent. Big weekend of horse racing. Good luck to everybody. And I love the Celtics tomorrow night to win the game outright. But thank you again, Hammer, and don't forget to follow Never Fade.
All right, coming up next, we're going to get nuts. Rob Kendall, he's got what I believe is the first parlay of the NFL season. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. That is coming up next on the Degenerates Next Door. back on the Degenerates Next Door. And man, it feels good to say this. Lines for week 1 of the National Football League are being posted. Not all of them are out, but enough of them to where we can have some fun and be dangerous. So, Rob Kendall, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
The schedule came out last night. Some lines are out. Are you ready to get nuts?
All right, want to get nuts? Come on.
Let's get nuts! Now you want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts, Rob. What do you got?
So this is fascinating. And by the way, I looked at a bunch of these lines and I thought, man, I'm in on it on several of these already. You know how it might change through free agency, mini camp, whatever. I think there's some.
You'll make a bet right now and then have like Dak Prescott blow out his knee in a skiing accident or something.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to take the Cowboys are on the road at the Eagles to open the season. They're getting 6.5 on September the 4th. Then on September the 5th, the Chargers are getting 2.5 at home against the Chiefs.
Uh-oh, you know where I'm at on that.
Yeah.
You give me those early home divisional dogs, baby. I'm Pac-Man scooping up those points.
And then the Monday night game is the Bears at home getting 1.5 against the Vikings. I think the Vikings are not going to be that good.
Home divisional dog.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Put them all together. It's plus 614. That means a $5 bet would pay you $30.72.
All right, want to get nuts? Come on.
Let's get nuts! Now you want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts.
So the schedule was released last night. Did you hear how the Indianapolis Colts have had to apologize for their schedule release video? So they did like a Minecraft theme. Now, I think the Chargers did the exact same type of thing, but I guess the Chargers have a licensing deal with Microsoft. I don't know. The Colts did the same thing. They said they didn't have permission, so that was one angle. But the real big issue was that in this Minecraft theme schedule rollout video, the Colts played the Dolphins in week 1 of the regular season. And they created an image, like it looks like one of the characters in Minecraft, and it's Tyreek Hill jersey and a guy swimming in the ocean with dolphins, because the Colts play the Dolphins in week 1. And then here comes the Coast Guard to arrest the guy swimming in the Tyreek Hill jersey.
Yeah.
And that's funny on multiple levels because Tyreek Hill has been arrested before.
Very high profile arrest.
The Colts have apologized to the Miami Dolphins, apologized to Tyreek Hill, and the schedule release video has been taken down.
Why did they apologize to him?
I don't know. I would have apologized for a damn thing. Like, if you don't want Tyreek Hill to get his feelings hurt because he got arrested, here's a wacky concept. Stop breaking the law, a-hole! To quote Jim Carrey in Liar Liar. Don't apologize to these people. You know what we need right now? Just because it's been so long, I think we need Jim Irsay to perform a round of We Will Rock You, where he's the only man in the world that doesn't know how the beat goes.
Well, I say we end with this, and you guys can follow me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hold on.
We will rock you.
For Kenny Britt of KB Sports, for David Stephanoff, a follow, never fade. For Rob Kendall, I'm Jason Hammer. Good luck on all of your bets next week. More on the NBA playoffs, Indy 500 preview, and a hell of a lot more. May the odds be ever in your favor, and we'll talk to you next week on The Degenerates Next Door.